I'm Barry Tramel. The lockout is over in the NFL, and it might have been worth it, considering the frenzy we've had since the settlement.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were upset about the NFL locking out its players, but now it seems like everybody's in a great mood about the NFL. From the Opopco studios, you're watching The Press Row. I'm Jenni Carlson. Barry, I thought there might be some residual from this lockout, and yet all of the flurry of trading and signing, it's all NFL news, and everybody seems to be in love with it. It's like the lockout didn't even happen.
It's making for a great August, where you see Kevin Kolb and Donovan McNabb and Matt Hasselbeck and Tavares Jackson switch teams and become quarterbacks of new franchises. And we see all kinds of marquee players getting cut and landing other places, everywhere from Chad Ochocinco to Albert Hainsworth to Tommy Harris, all across the league. The free agent signings. To me, it's a flurry of news. And while you never want a lockout, where you never want a summer of uncertainty that we had in pro football, this is a wonderful thing for the league.
Everybody knew once the lockout ended, things were going to move fast and furious, and it has definitely been that.
I agree, and it's a wonderful thing that we know we're going to have football in September. Same thing can't be said about the NBA. Looking very bleak that we'll get the season started on time. I did an interview with Joe DeForest this week, the Oklahoma State assistant coach. He was a replacement player back in 1987, played 3 games with the New Orleans Saints. And if you remember that far back, a dark time for the NFL when we had replacement players and players on strike. Really was a black eye for the league. None of that is apparent now in the current settlement. We had some dark times in the NFL. We had some dead period, but now the league is back full going. The rosters are moving fast and furious. We're on a fast track to the season opener in September. It's a wonderful time. The NFL is the national pastime of America now, and that status did not change even with the lockout.
Well, and I wonder if this will be a sort of a side note, or if this is going to make the NBA set up and take notice. I don't know what this is going to signal to the NBA, but I think there was some thought that with the NFL on lockout, that maybe the NBA could, gain a little bit of foothold. Obviously, we saw great numbers during the playoffs this last spring and summer. The NBA seeing numbers like they'd really never seen before, and that was without some very marquee teams. So you really felt like the NBA was picking up some new fans. Now they go into lockout. You were wondering, well, maybe they'll get something worked out and try to take advantage of this opportunity to really, not surge ahead of the NFL. There wasn't any belief that would happen, but, maybe really make a push to hang in there and assert itself as a sport to be reckoned with. But here we are, the 1st of August. It's been a month since the sides have met. They're finally meeting, we understand, this week, but there's really no sign that this is going to go anywhere fast. And instead of gaining ground on the NFL, it looks like they're going to lose, because nobody is thinking that this NBA season is going to get started on time. It's sounding like it's going to be the first of the year if we're lucky, Barry. It's really too bad, because I think the NBA has got a great product, and I just wonder how fans are going to hang in there through what looks like it's going to be a prolonged lockout. Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.